You're just a pretty girl. Look at my pretty girl. Says, don't you talk to me. I'm not into me for you. Look what I got up. You want over here? Hey, you want over here? She got all mad because Benny was up on here on the chair. And I was sitting over here with him, and then she wanted up, and so she jumped up and then realized there wasn't really any room for her, but she didn't care. She stayed for a minute. We made out. We kissed. We kissed. And then she... left.
Oh, then she just left?
She just left me. She just kissed me and then dissed me. I got the kiss and diss. She only uses me for my lips. Huh, lunatical? You good girl? You pretty lady? You pretty lady? Oh, she says, don't stop. Don't you do that. No, stop. She says, stop. No, don't. Kiss me. No, don't. You fickle lady. Okay, here we go. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm a Hioka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I didn't talk yesterday because I really couldn't stand the sound of my own voice, so I wasn't going to put it out there. Historically, when I've done talks, because I'll do it in spite of myself, I'll feel that way and I'll be like, F it, I don't care, I'm going to do a talk anyway, and then that's usually when freaking I really offend people, so I opted out. I just was in my pissiness. I was thinking about that pissiness. That's Tucker when he's sleeping on the bed and he's all blissed out, and then Benny gets anywhere near him. He gets in pissiness. And like when you wake up from a nap, you just didn't want to be awake or just whatever. You just wake up on the crap. That's that pissiness. I had that all day long yesterday, and it started to seep over in today, but I got into action, and I don't know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're either going to have a decent attitude about stuff or a crappy one, and I've had a crappy one for a number of years. I got that down pat, but I really don't know if I can dumb myself down enough to fit into what society is becoming, honestly. I was thinking about that today. It's just goofy. It's goofy. The world has gotten goofy. A lot of people are in their pissiness. I know a lot of people are going through a really hard time right now. See, that's the thing, is we're blessed, Ma. It's like, well, there's nothing, like, you're healthy, I'm healthy, dogs are okay, we're getting old, but everybody's still here, Stan Lee's good. Everybody's healthy, everybody's happy. The weather here is good when in the rest of the part of the country, there people are freezing to death. It's like 60 people. I don't know. Depends on who you ask. It'll tell you a different number. But there's people that were stranded all over the United States. I mean, you can't get people to work fast food. I don't know why people thought that like traveling was gonna be without a hitch. That's just not using your practical logic, your practical reasoning skill. That's what that is. That's like people set themselves up for doom. And then I don't even know why. What is it about airlines that frickin' I gotta ask my buddy who's a pilot. What is it about booking all these flights that they can't fulfill? There is just footage everywhere, all over social media, all over every place about just like people, they're in luggage all over the place. I've never seen that. That was new. I saw it as a display in Sacramento one time. The luggage was piled up. That was like an artistic display though. But this is just like all these airports. A lot of these airports I've been to, It's just we don't know what to do with all the luggage, so we're gonna pile it right here. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of inept people on this planet, man. The astrology ain't looking good the next few years. It ain't looking freaking like this whole next year and stuff, man. I'm just trying to keep it one day at a time. Just one day at a time. One day at a time, and try to keep the peace wherever it is that I am. And try and just, like, you know, freaking accumulate some goodwill and not some ill will wherever I go. What if I do leave the house, you know? It was nice today here, though. I still didn't want to leave the house, and I left the house. Because sometimes you just got to do what you want to do. That's what I'm like. That's how I foresee the world being in trouble. Is because I posted this thing on Facebook today. And it is just so why the world is going into the toilet. And it says, discipline. Oh, I'm not going to be able to see that. What if I turn it this way? Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even if you don't want to like doing it. And that is what is see, the whole world is running around doing whatever they want, living the best version of their lives, because, you know, nobody's getting their hands dirty. Nobody's working hard. Nobody's picking up garbage. Nobody, you know, people aren't doing the crap work because too many mommies and daddies are running around telling their baby girls and boys that they can do whatever they want. And the things that they want to do and they're putting their energy toward isn't really match their abilities. And now we look around. I mean, we're finding doctors that are freaking wandering off, ended up in their own pond. That's not really the kind of doctor I want looking out for my health care. One that doesn't have enough sense to stay out of the cold. He's probably, they do a talks, you know. He probably was drunk. You know, was sitting there, and then it's the same story. Human beings are trite animals. We're trite animals. We're trite. We do the same things over and over, and then we think the world's going to just become this wonderful, magical place. With what discipline? Where's the discipline? People can't even discipline themselves by keeping the spoon out of their mouth. How about starting with the discipline in that? If I look around and I start seeing more and more people, you know, taking the discipline there, maybe I'll believe that, you know, they can be disciplined in other areas of their lives where gluttony can be terribly, terribly distracting. Oh, man. It's the end of the calendar year. See, I think the new year starts in March, is what I think. But it doesn't matter what I think. Anyway, so it's all this, you know, end of the calendar year and stuff like that, and they're trying, okay, you know, do better, you know, all these, you know, it's like, why haven't people have been doing better the last 2 years? The people had the opportunity to do better for themselves. And did they take that opportunity? No, they just, how many people just ended up freaking buying bigger pants? I think that's what a lot of people did, just ended up buying bigger pants. Don't freaking have the discipline to be, who likes exercising and working? I mean, yeah, I mean, I like it. I do, because I like getting rid of my energy. Because when I feel powerless, which is most of the time, and I'm like squirrely, and I don't, you know, it's cold out, and I don't have any place to go. I don't have anybody, hey, let's go hang out, I don't have any of that. And I lift my weights, and I do feel better. You know, turn that squirrel into something productive. I'd like to see more and more people doing that. I don't know. See, that's because I've seen evidence of it. There's too much evidence that because when I started feeling better, feeling better physically and started taking care of myself, that's really the turning point when I really started caring about other people. And I believe that could be true to others. But the whole world, man, so many people are waiting for someone to come in and do something nice for them. Don't you get it? The gift is doing nice things for other people. That's where the gift is. People get it backwards. Too many human beings having a spiritual experience from time to time. They don't get it. They're spiritual beings having a human experience. And it don't. And you know what's funny is, like, I try to live my life for my next life. And today I was thinking about it, listening to the astrology in the age of Aquarius. I was listening to Lady DeCovenant. She was talking for like 2 hours and stuff. And the way she feels about things and how things are looking. And I'm just like, man, it's not even, one day I'm going to die and then I'm going to be born again. I wonder if I'm going to come back and watch my videos and recognize my spirit. That'd be cool. If I thumbs up or thumbs down my own stuff, I think we all have the same consciousness, We're all tapping into when we're tapping into our like stuff. Like attracts like, right? I'm not into wicked stuff. I'm not even into evil stuff. I'm not even curious about it. It doesn't even trip my trigger to get my rocks off, to get excited to watch slasher movies or any of that. Because I understand the reality of life is horrific of and by itself. See? And they do all that stuff in Hollywood to get, oh yeah, we'll see who's people who's cool with it. Oh, okay. Wonder what kind of freaking algorithm they have. Wonder what kind of ads they have. Some people, man, you don't want into their psyche. There's a lot of freaking dark souls in this world, man. People just think they just go around going, love and light, and they're ignoring this straight up evil. And the evil's like, haha, fucking dumbasses. They're just going to ignore us. We can just take their kids, take their parent, we can do whatever we want. That's all right, because we don't exist to them. So we can just run our seedy. See, it's the extremists in every group. It's the people that take things to the extreme. Every group has them. You can have a cool group, a cool organization, but you always got the extremists in there. And their heart, serving themselves. That's not what Creator intended. Creator intended for us to just work together, create heaven on earth. But you got too many of those extremists that came in and got weird. Got their ideas, all wires crossed of, we're going to make this world our alien ant farm. We'll just make the people and puppets dance and we'll control them all we won't even got to do nothing, use force or not. We just have to scare them into submission, and that's what we've had happen into the entire planet. So I guess I'm kind of glad I live where I live. It's a lot easier to be isolated when nobody's around than it's more. It hurts my heart more to be surrounded by tens and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people and still feel so lonely. At least I got a reason here. Yeah. It's one of these reasons. One of the reasons why I started this tube is to connect with people, to find people like me. I've been doing these talks 6 years, going on 6 years. I've been talking, Still not even 1,000. Still not even 1,000. I'm not for a large demographic. I'm a low common denominator. And that's alright. That's alright by me. Because I don't need all the crap. I don't need all the freaking, all all that stuff. I've had all that stuff in my life plenty. All the scrutiny. All the freaking judgment and talking shit and I've had all that. I don't need more of that. People telling me about who they think I am because if they were me, maybe that's how they would act. Weird. Got one of my new hats on today, my Jessie hat. I like it. It's cozy. Anyway, I don't think things. I mean, things are. It's not looking. It's not. I think the bottom line is just to learn how to be comfortable and content in whatever situation life throws at you. I really ultimately believe that's what the purpose of life is just trying to be and trying to find some humor and stuff. And not just getting so mad and cuz that's my propensity. That's my natural inclination. I get scared, I get mad. I get lonely, I get mad. Whatever I get, it always turns to anger. If I'm not practicing my daily disciplines. And I don't always like doing them. One of the best things that could have ever happened to me was having those PE teachers, Mrs. Menifee, Mr. T, all those PE teachers that failed me because I wouldn't take showers. But it was awkward and weird. I didn't want to take showers with the girls. I liked the girls. I didn't want to see them naked. I was bashful. I had no business, it was like it felt weird, so I took the F. Yep, I didn't care, whatever. Let people think whatever they want. They're not going to understand is it going to make it better? I think they even set it up so like I could go in there after everybody or something like that. Like, I don't know. Doesn't matter. This world is not made for people like me. It is not here. And there's so many people that it's not made for. On my buddy's Facebook page, he posted that like every third post he saw, somebody was really going through something. And I know people have been going through it's just, I mean, life is just like, it feels like everybody's just being put in a vice, if only for them to see how valuable life is and that not everybody gets a chance to live their life. And what are they going to do with it? Because you can't take all the money in the world. You die, you take that last breath. None of that stuff goes with you. It's all a pony show. It's all a reindeer game. Like in the government, I look at all those people in D.C., they're just a bunch of people that go around and do whatever they want. There is no money on this planet that is backing the budget and all the dealings and the this for this and that. There's nothing to they're just throwing numbers around. It's just all verbiage. It's all talk. While the people who pay the taxes that drive all those systems, the cracks of society are getting wider and more people are being all ages. All these people are living these, want to live these van lives. Want to live their lives in their vans and travel around and see. I'm done. I want roots. I don't want all that. That's not fun for, having to get I get my water as it is now, but that's not, that's not an idea of fun for me. And so, and then now they're cracking down. It's just because, because people freaking are disrespectful and they don't have manners. So they're freaking emptying their crap tanks wherever they want and they're ruining it for everybody. And so now when people go to no, you're just like the rest of them that do all that gross stuff. And think about the whole planet. Look at all the people that do the gross stuff. Dude, it's not us poor people. It's not us there's freaking anything we're gonna do is gonna freaking change what's gonna happen in the next 15 to 20 years with the sun. It ain't gonna matter. But all the garbage and all the stuff that we were supposed to be the custodians of this earth, and we just riddled it. Just so a bunch of freaking people can make up ideas, reindeer games, to perpetuate another reindeer game, which is economics. And to push all these systems so these people can just go around and do whatever they want. And that, to me, is the sickness that's tolerated and allowed. When people just, regular people just want to live their lives and, have their hobbies and, It's not my desire to frickin' fly all over the world to just, to take a picture of myself in the same background that all these other frickin' mental minis have already done before me. When there's so many other places on this planet that people haven't even been to because they don't have the discipline to get there. How many people have lost their lives in the last couple of years going out hiking and doing shit because they saw it on fucking social media? They don't think about what it actually takes to walk even a mile, let alone 12 in the freaking wilderness. But if this person can do it, it's just a lot of parents. Maybe they tried to teach their kids some lessons, but evidently from the climate of the collective, those lessons have fallen onto deaf ears. Anyway, it's all ages. It's just people just self-will run riot, man. This is what we get when everybody just goes around and does whatever they want. This is where what the plan, and it's only gonna get goofier because people's desires are goofy. So I saw it. Zach did a talk the other day about how he feels like maybe he should be less of a dick, and I'm like, that's what the whole point of life is ending up not being jaded about life in the world and being doing more good on this planet and adding to the planet with goodness than taking it away with freaking ego bullshit, and all that money stuff. I don't give a crap how much people freaking make with their freaking gematria. What are you doing with that to help other people that can't help themselves? Because there's so many people. See, that's the thing, man. If people live in their bubbles, they got their families, they got their support system, they got everything they need in place, and everything outside that is whose problem? It's the entire planet's problem. Now we got more freaking we got puddles. Now we're gonna have more, because they're gonna start the whole BS with the they're gonna do all that, so we're gonna have more and more puddles of people just floating, or like, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? And this government's gonna be like, we don't want you, and this government's not. Well, hey, we got all of them from like Central and Southern freaking America, South America. They're all coming in our border, like they're purging people. It's just a free for all. Come on, and then we'll give you they think it's funny, they think it's cute, the funds that they designate to fly and stuff like that. See, when I used to take meetings to the jail, Potawatomi County Jail, they had a lot of illegals, and so the woman, and then you got the girls that are from like New Mexico and stuff like that. They go up there, they meet a guy or whatever, and that's the system, dude. These women, when they deport these women, oftentimes they have these whole buses to themselves, right? It's like, okay, we got an inmate, we got to transfer it. And so think of the cost that the government designates, because they inflate everything. They say, we need allocated an exorbitant amount of funds so that we can do this to protect the people. It's all bullshit. It's all to feed their egos. And so they have people in their own freaking planes flying back to, it's all money laundering and racketeering. And see, I don't know, maybe this country was cool at one time. Maybe like the people that were in DC in the chairs, in the governor's man and all that, maybe they were really thinking that they wanted but something shifted. And it's not that place anymore. It's not that country anymore. Now it's every man for himself. It is. It's evident every day. That's why I had to go out today, because I have to go out. I have to do something, at least something that has nothing to do with me, that makes somebody else, puts their life in better standing. But the thing of it is, if I see people that aren't making their lives better, you must think I'm somebody else. Confuse me with somebody else, because I ain't helping no more. And I can turn it off like that. I got no problem with turning it off. I've been by myself more in life than I've ever been around people. So, what's a while longer? Sometimes I wonder if I'm one of those that I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not, I've always had to like work hard, like put effort into being happy and joyful and stuff like that, you know. And I just wonder sometimes if I'm just not one of those people that is ever gonna have it, that is ever gonna have that comfortable sweet spot, ever. I haven't had it yet. I keep holding out, but all the stuff I ever wished, hoped, dreamed, prayed for when I was a little gore growing up, that didn't really pan out. I mean, yeah, I got the education and all that stuff and the life experience. I still don't have those interpersonal relationships with people. Speaking of, I guess my brother is feeling better. I told him he has a cough and stuff. He keeps testing positive, and he's probably got all the vaccines and stuff. He's got the anthrax vaccine. He's got all the, oh yeah. Anyway, but pineapple juice is a natural expectorant. It'll clear out the mucus in your lungs and stuff. So nature gives us everything we need. Everything we need to be healthy, to be vibrant, to sustain ourselves for a real nice long time. It's us that freaking get in our own way and impede our own progress by freaking just eating shitty and drinking whatever we want. And because there's, and the thing of it is like, even I hear all these spiritual type people talking about this stuff, and it's like, okay, the greatest trick the devil ever played is getting the world to believe that he doesn't exist. And as I understand it, the devil wants you to just live for yourself. He just wants you to live self-will, run riot. Eat that. No, don't go to the gym. No, drink that. Oh, your kid's a little brat. He'll be all right. It's okay if you talk to him like that. Kids are too sensitive anyway. All this stuff, right? Self-will. That is what there's big deficits missing. See, when people aren't connected to the spirit, I look at the spirit as as God is a ginormous like electrical system in a house. And when people plug into that spirit, that's where you get all the knowing, right? You pray, thank God, please help me be a better person than I've been yesterday, but not as good as I will be tomorrow. And then when I plug into source, meditate, that's where I'm getting the answers of where areas in which I can grow and be a better person. Praying is asking and meditating is receiving, as I understood it. But in order to get the reception, you got to be disciplined. And how many people can't pry themselves away from all the self-care that they're doing in this world to even do that? This country is self-caring itself to its demise. Maybe it'll change with more discipline. Maybe it will. Who knows? It's hard to watch, though, man. At the end of a year, you see people that, and I see people on my social media and stuff like that, and they haven't really been on, except for the, obligatory, like, holiday photos and stuff like that. And it's just like, God, man, they really put on a lot of weight. Every year you're supposed to you're not supposed to put 10 pounds, 15 pounds on every year. That's not what life is about. It's just putting on, as you get older, you put on more weight. But people just spoil themselves with their blessings and they just spoiled it because of what they deserve. It's had such a hard day. I gotta treat myself with this tasty pile of gluttony. And I understand completely what that's like. I've been eating my feelings for years and dealing with the consequences of eating my feelings for years. And I'm not, and who knows, I could end up freaking having to deal with the consequences of eating my feelings again. But I just know how much things hurt now, and I just, add 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds to that. No. I'll work a little bit harder. Thank you very much. Anyway, astrology was saying that a lot of people are not going to have the holiday season they planned for, and see, I don't plan for them. You know, ours was pretty good. We were blessed for sure. I was blessed with a lot of loot. Mom got a lot of loot. You know, we got a place to be. We got a roof over our head. You know, content. God, I keep missing those cats though. I keep thinking about them. So I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about. It's just like, man, how come I couldn't manifest a place where I could just trucked them all with me, you know, and made a nice outside enclosure, nice catio where they could have just gone in and out and stuff like that. I feel that's one of those things that's I guess that's one of those things I'll regret in life. That I regret. But I'm not gonna let it weigh me down or it just sucks, man. Just sucks. Being powerless. A lot more people are figuring it out. If they want tricks on how I navigate through life, you know, just being powerless and trying to just maintain some kind of sanity. Because I mean, there's just so much stuff all over the place that is just imbalanced. It's just not fair. It's a pony show. It's pretend, and I'm ready for that shift. Maybe it'll happen in my lifetime. Who knows? Maybe it won't. That's what I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.